this is the final craft. That took me ages to get here, but great strides, innovation. I'm gonna try fishing for a good here, even though I don't really need it. But that's what you use careful observation for. Try getting a good on your blessing. And Joe, look at that, we got a good. That's just barely not enough for 2, but I have 59 out of 60 already. So let's go ahead and finish the craft with delicate synthesis. Ha! Oh, look at that, that actually got it to perfect. So now we're gonna go to Elmore, and we're gonna get one of the toughest achievements in the game, which is also one of the most misleading name achievements in the game. You'll see what I'm talking about in a sec. So you walk over to the Resplendent Tools exchange, you trade this collectible and you get some final materials, which of course you have to do nested crafting at 6300, 500, etc. until you get the final material times 60. So that gave me 2 of it, so now I go here, Resplendent Tools exchange, and I get the final one. Retooled Resplendent Milphine Saw, and we get the achievement for doing all 8 of them. Blameless Tools, which means I have a title, which I'm gonna type here. Title set the Indefatigable. Pretty interesting pronunciation, I gotta say. So let's get that tool out and show why it's so special. It's the same as the previous script tools for the X pack, but it glows. So this looks amazing. And in addition to having a higher item level, it has 3 materia slots. And that means you can melt as much craftsmanship as you'd like. Though, of course, if you want higher overall stats, you can go with Sky Steel Tool. Now, I know I sound exhausted, and that's because I've been crafting for hours on end, for days, if not weeks, getting all 8 tools. So we're quickly gonna show all of them, starting with the one I just got. Oh my god, I'm exhausted, but as you can see, it shows as well while crafting. I'm just gonna delicate synthesis this. You got the one maple lumber, but also you have to repair. Crafters can over repair, super handy, but I'm guessing you already knew that if you're watching this video. So sit down and show it off. This is the carpenter one, and that was my last one, just going down and then up on the list. Then we're gonna go with armor, which is really nice hammer. I love the glow thingy on it, and I know I'm not making much sense, this video is off the cuff, and I'm frankly too tired to really care. But yeah, I did it. I got Hand of Creation and I got Indefatigable, as you can see here. Showing off all the tools. For those of you who want some insight on how to do it while it's still relevant, because I know that Endwalker will trivialize all this, you gotta do a reflect rotation, and then if you have centered, meaning you're not doing craft B, then you can do patient touch and rapid synthesis, but otherwise you're gonna have to pray, because the second step is the hardest. The third step, even though you need 70,000 quality, it's not that bad if you get lucky here and there. There's a goldsmith tool. And we're just gonna quickly trout synth an item here to show an effect. I know the title implies that I cannot be fatigued, but that can be further from the truth. I'm exhausted. But I did it. I'm a madman and I got it all. And like, it took me a month of doing this for hours on end. Was it worth it? That is questionable. Will Endwalker make it much easier? Yes, it will. But I have bragging rights that I did it while it was still tough. All of them. All 8, in addition to Hand of Creation and getting Pteranodon, which I showed in another video, the one of myself getting it. I am... I probably shouldn't have recorded while I'm this exhausted, but... Anyway, here's the giant USB stick for Alchemist, which is quite lovely because it has an additional effect when you use it, as you can see like here. Not only does the little circle glow on itself, but it also glows in the entire cauldron, I believe is the term. English is hard right now. And that makes it super unique, just like the Sky Steel tool. Then we have Culinarian. Now that's a real chef's kiss, in my opinion. I know the little ears aren't something everyone likes, but I can make do with it. Now, of course, I did get Miner and Botanist because those are just gathering log, and I'm actually going to show here because here's Miner, and here's Botanist. I don't have Fisher, I'm not going for Fisher, but these have plus 30 gathering and plus 1 perception compared to something you can meld. And plus 1 perception, which is absolute BS, because it's just 1 point. But I mean, you can meld 3 things, and it's a smidge higher on the item level, and so on. And I'm probably not even making sense and just rambling because I'm even more tired than I was when I recorded Pteranodon, so I'm gonna briefly talk about each of the conditions here. Component A, you have grade 2 conditions. Centered is your friend for the patience and rapids. You want to increase your inner quiet stacks and keep them up. And then rapidly continue there, pun intended on rapidly. Sturdy is a bunch of durability loss reduction, which is useful with patient. Not patient, as well as prudent touch, where it does 2.5 reduction. Appliant is great for manipulation, but you want to keep using Master's Mint a lot to just keep the craft going as well. And you want to let manipulation kick as well. Now, Malleable is something where you can hybridize what you're doing, where at the start of the craft you use Reflect, and then you want to get your stats up by Hasty Touch, for example, or Observe and Focus, or by even Basic and Standard. Once you have like 5 or 6, then you want to start spamming Patience, see where that goes. But you also want to have Veneration up, so if you have Malleable plus Veneration, and you proc on the Rapid, that's when a lot of the progress, which is pretty high, will go through. And Primed, honestly, it's useful for innovation, it's useful for Veneration. I guess you can use it on Waste Not sometimes, but And then we have the 5-star craft, which I just finished. One of the... Whew. It's supposed to be hard, but I mean, there's so many different conditions that if you know how to adjust, if you keep using good for inner quiet stacks and also CP conservation, while also having it for the plus 400 instead of 300, they buffed it, you can really get far with it. And Malleable, Prime, and Centered, these are basically adjust, and adjust some more. I know, again, Endwalker will make this much easier where you're not going to have to go through all this, where it's nested crafts, yellow scripts for the first mat, and then the other mats are obtained through that. I'm exhausted, honestly, and I mean, that took me a long ass time crafting. Had to recover from surgery as well, which actually slowed me down, but I did it while it's still relevant. Now, yeah, I'm just rambling, so I'm gonna stop the video. Thank you for watching.